So project management is something that quite a few of our customers are already doing, and they might already be doing it in workbooks using our case record, or they might be doing it outside of workbooks using something like Asana or Trello. So if they are doing it in workbooks already, great. It's possibly just that the case record isn't designed for that. So we're wanting to put something in place that is actually designed for project management, and hopefully that uses a lot of the functionality that you're getting from Asana or Trello, but it now being in workbooks so that it's not separated out and you're still getting that 360 view with your customers. It's going to be a new module, so it's going to be an extra edition. It will be chargeable, but it will be included in the licenses of any of you that are already on our professional licenses. And with this new project record, there's going to be lots of different ways of managing tasks. So firstly, grid view. I actually already kind of just showed you this, edit grid mode, the ability to quickly create lots of tasks against your project, reassign things out, edit the dates on things nice and quickly. You've got the calendar mode. Again, I just showed you this, but if you're a project manager, it'll be easy for you to see what things are due that week, who's working on what, who's not done something. And a new mode for Kanban. So I think a lot of you might have used Kanban boards before. We've added in a new feature for you to see these activities as cards split out by, in this scenario, status, but by whatever you want to split it out by. So I'm going to jump back into workbooks to show you that. So if you're on a professional license and it just gets included for you, you will start seeing a new projects option in your start menu. And I've got a couple of examples of projects here. So we can see that projects might be used for you to manage your internal projects, or you might be using them to manage the things that you're working on with clients. So if I just open this one to start off with. So we're starting off with this phase of our release of projects being basic. You'll have a project record and you'll have the related project tasks. John will talk to you a little bit later about some of the other features that will come with this, where we're starting to think about what else do you need to do with managing a project. But for now, a project will have a name. We've given it a category here, so I can say that this one's an internal project. I can add some start and end dates against it. And this one's internal, so it's not related to a customer, but I can relate it to them. And therefore, from the customer, I'd be able to see the projects related to them. On the right-hand side, we've actually added a dashboard in as a panel. Some of you might not know that that's possible. So dashboards here are constrained by the record. So this one is showing me the project tasks related to this project and what status they're at. And what I'm meaning by the project tasks, if I move to this tab, so these are activities. We've created a new type of activity called project, specifically for projects. And the reason for that is that we can see that your projects could have different statuses depending on what sort of project it is. So rather than the standard activity statuses that you get of new, underway, completed, or whatever else that you've added in there, we now have the ability to have a separate type of status for a particular project. So there is a tab here for project task statuses. This being a software release, we're interested in whether the item is in engineering, it's in QA. If it's a customer project, you might have things like backlog or released or in UAT. And if I come back to the project tasks, so you can see my project dashboard over here has got those same statuses, and I've got those same statuses in the list here. I'm not seeing new or underway. This is the ones that are specific to the project. Here's where I wanted to show you, because I'm in edit grid mode, I've got the button for creating new tasks within the grid. I want to show you here because here's where we can see that it will be really useful. Because when you're first creating a project and you just wanted to go, right, this is the list of things that we need to do. Here, because this is a release, I'm just going to put these in as these are requests that you guys asked me for today. And I can just put these in, and you can see that this is defaulting to me because I'm logged in as Anthony Khan. It's defaulted to the first status in the list. And I can just very quickly just go down and create those. Save that. But next week, when we have our project release meeting, where we're reviewing what's happened so far, what we want to do next, what I more likely want to do is view this in Kanban mode. So this is like your other views. I'm just going to shrink these columns down. I can show or hide columns in here. Let's put that one in so you just get a bit of a better view of this. This is split by status. And so in this meeting, what I might want to do is open a record. This one's been requested. It's got some comments on it using the things that Jean showed you earlier. So this could be really useful for you in projects as well. Where there's already been discussion on this, and actually I go, yeah, okay, we want to do this in our next release. And I could change the status here, but actually what I want to do is I can just now drag this into a different status, and that will save it for me, and I can move one of your new requests into under consideration. If I change to a different project, let's look at the website launch. So this one I have related to an organisation. We'd be able to see that from there because this one is for a customer. And this one, it being a website launch, has got a different set of statuses specific to that. So this one's talking about whether the content's being created or not. And again, over here, you can see that therefore my dashboard is showing statuses specific to this project. This one, as a project manager, what I might want to do is come into calendar mode and see how my team's doing, what they've got booked in this week, if they've got anything that's overdue. And we already have this functionality. I'm going to configure this to categorize things by the assigned to. So it's giving me the different colors based on who things are assigned to. So all three modes there in use for projects, and hopefully you can see that's a really good way for you to manage them overall.